you could keep your health packs, because by the end of the level, by God, did you need those health packs. And it was just a lot of fun. I look back at that and just, and you don't really get that out of these ones. Not to say that I keep bitching about this game. I love the game. It's a good game. It's a good game. I'm going to stop complaining about it. It's good, if only because Lara now looks so much better. Yes. The way she looks is the only reason I'm playing these games. Did something happen with the new Tomb Raider game that get announced recently? Because some people were tweeting about that recently. They were like, oh, the new Tomb Raider has taken advice from this or this. I don't know. Did they release some more information? I need to check that after filming this. But she's obviously very different. She's kind of French, isn't she, or something, in the new Tomb Raider game? Very different. Some people were talking to me about that, about like, oh, they've really changed the new Tomb Raider game. Do you think it's very good? I like that they've changed it. I do, because, I mean, this generation was cool, and it's a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying it, but it didn't do that amazingly well, and I do like it when they change things up. I mean, a Tomb Raider game that still feels like some of the original generation stuff, but also has more open world style things, hell yeah, I'm up for that. That sounds awesome. So, I mean, I haven't been keeping too much. I saw you there. Oh, did you see that one on the roof? Oh, Jesus, I did not notice him last time I was playing. Yeah, so, I mean, I'd be well up for that. Oh, get off the roof, you bastard. There we go, there's one. Yeah, that is a secret we just got. We'll pick that up in a minute. So, yeah, I mean, I'm up for it if they've changed the game up, and I'll definitely try it out. I'm a little bit worried that the game's, you know, so to speak, just push forward to win kind of thing, because we did kind of see that in the demos and stuff last year at E3. That was last year at E3, wasn't it? It wasn't the year before. So we'll see how that goes, but in general, I'm looking forward to it, and I might LP it as well if I play a little bit of it on my own and kind of enjoy it. It could be pretty fun. Anyway, now we're at Shiva's armpit. Hooray! So, ages ago, we're back in the main room now, as you can see. Ages ago, we were over there at the ropes, and we came into the room from all the way back there. We're now right next to Shiva. Why would we want to be right next to Shiva? Well, there's the whole idea here is this is a light puzzle, like an Indiana Jones light puzzle. These kind of things have always been the Tomb Raider games. You've got this platform here, which when you stand on, slowly lowers the arm of this statue and raises the arm of the other, and by doing it through whatever magic or crazy mechanisms that still work after all these thousands of years, actually moves Shiva's arm. Not just the bottom arm, but you'll notice the other arm is also moving slightly. Anyway, it brings this thing down, like this little flower she's holding in the tips of her fingers. Very delicate, very beautiful. And what we're going to do is, now that that's been brought down, we're going to climb up over to her hand, and you know those items we had before? Guess what? Well, we're going to use it on that thing up here, which is cool. So you get to put something in here. So I don't know why these items were in that other area. I mean, that's always confused me about games like this, where you take one thing from one area and you need to go and put it in another, and the question is, well, why was that ever removed from its location? But I suppose the idea is it was just the ancient people who decided, oh hey, we're going to do this to test the metal of whoever. And now we're going to come and stand on the other platform, which is now going to raise the arm back up. Don't forget to do that. You need to raise the arm back up, and you'll see it actually slots in with the palm of that other hand, so the light will shine through both hands, creating a beam, which we're about to see here. There you go. Oh, beautiful. So the beam goes down there, and you remember these statues with the mirrors, and then the crystal, and then can you see on the forehead of Kitia, or whatever the hell the other one's name is? Is it all coming to place now? So, you know, little naive me, a couple of years ago playing this game, realised all of this, and I was like, okay, that's clearly the puzzle, that's what we got to do. Now what? Okay, right, well, let's go back the way we came, right? We need to get over to the other arm, right? Okay, well, we've got this thing we can access here. Let's, shit, Lara. That happens all the time. All the time. I don't know why. What's wrong? And we've got to do all the cutscenes again, do we? Oh, no, we don't. Okay, that's cool. Alright. Little bat there. Okay, let's try this again. Lara. Be very delicate and careful here. What? I didn't press any buttons. She just fell off. What are you doing? I wonder what, like, level I'm going to die most on. Yes, bat. I see you there. Don't test me. Okay. Careful. Oh, there we go. Oh, we had to put it down first, did we? Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So that was like... Oh, okay. Alright, so that makes sense. Right. That thing was up against the pillar, and we had to pull it down, which you couldn't do in any other way except for getting up there first, right? Okay. So now that it's been pulled down, we can drop down the wall. Simple. So now we're back here with the mirrors, right? Now, my initial thoughts when I was originally playing this was, right, okay, well, we've got the mirrors and we've now got a beam of light. Let's figure out these statues and make it interact in whatever way it possibly can, right? That makes sense. So I thought I'd try and figure that out, but you don't actually have to do that. That won't achieve anything at this point. So you come back to this area and you've got all these interactive objects and you just think, right, to unlock the next bit, obviously I need to get the mirrors with this. But you can faff about with it for as long as you like and you're not going to have any progress. So then I was like, okay, well, what else? What else have we got? We've got a crystal. We've got this thing in the forehead over here. We need to get all the way up to that arm, and you can start looking around, and it might occur to you at some point, okay, well, we were already up there. What if there was some way to climb across? You know, like jump from that platform over there and get over to the other side. But then the question is, well, we're already done, so now what? So basically, when I first played the game, I thought, oh crap, I'm going to have to run all the way back up there. I need to go all the way back up there to climb and jump off to the other side. So that's what I did, and you saw how long it took me to get up there just now. It took bloody ages. We've got all those rooms to go back to. You have to do it all again, which is what I did. And I thought, and I got over there, realised, no, there is definitely, after a long time faffing about, there is no way to climb over to that place. Absolutely none. So you come back down and you're like, alright, well, what else have I missed? Maybe I've missed something else around here. So you can go back through and you can go down all the different passages, and I spent ages, absolutely ages figuring out. And do you know what the answer is? It's over here on this wall. You can see another one of those things that we pulled down earlier. And there's no way, like, you just look at this screen here. How are you supposed to know that you could grapple that without having paid real careful attention to that? And furthermore, how are you supposed to know you can grapple it from the floor? Because you've only come down before rather than having gone up. Can you tell that I'm pissed off about this and trying to justify it? So even though the X appears on the screen like that, if you press X while... Oh, really? You're going to do that? Most of the time, if it's there and you press X... Alright, and that side it's doing it, but what about on this side? She's doing it. Well, in any case, when I first played this, I didn't realise you could climb that at all. I mean, you could grab it, and I just didn't realise it was possible. And I spent ages before I finally figured out, it's still been a bit clunky, before I finally figured out you could actually grapple that on that side, inexplicably, and then you can... Shit. And then you can climb up the wall if you're careful. There you go. And that is how you get up the other side. And yes, I did just spend 5 minutes running about that, but that really annoyed me. This was the first time I got really stuck on this game, and it was really kind of irritating. Anyway, so you can come up here. You could have actually come up here before even doing all that other stuff. When you first come into this section, you first find the mirrors, you can come up here. However, because you don't have those items from the side room that we were in earlier, because you don't actually have the items to put in the hands, there's no point coming. Absolutely none. You'll notice things are slightly different here with the platforms and the lifts. There's actually one of the lifts has now been broken off in time, completely got removed, so you need to find a different way to sort this out. What it means is this is constantly down, and the result of that is, as I will show you here, if you want to bring the arm down all the way over there, what you have to do is find this little ledge here, which also is kind of easy to miss too, might I add. And what you can do is swing onto this pole and then swing onto the other arm where the lift was on the previous one, and then you can lower it and this will bring the arm down. However, the problem here is as soon as you stop hanging from this pole, the balance will shift again, because there's nothing to counterbalance it, there's nothing to weigh it, so you can't get over there in time to place the item between her fingers. So that's where this cage comes in. What you need to do is be very quick, drop down, grab the cage, and the cutscene will mess it up, which is really annoying actually, so you have to do it more than once, which is a bit of bad design if you ask me. So this time it gets wasted because you have to see the cutscene, but... Yes, okay. Oh, did I catch it? No, I didn't catch it. But what you want to do is move the cage as close to this thing as you possibly can, right? Climb up, go back, weigh that thing down again. There you go, and this time you don't get the cutscene ruining it for you, you just see that it goes down. I'd actually prefer if they did this. It's kind of like what Valve do, you know, they never bog you down with those stupid cutscenes. They just have the world move while you're in full control. It makes the game so much better. I love it when games do that. Anyway, so that will happen, and now you're not going to be bothered by the cutscene. So drop off, and before we lost control, but this time we've got time to actually push the cage under in time, and now we can climb up. And it will stay down, the arm will stay down, so we can actually come all the way up to the hand, put it in, and then once again, of course, once you've placed it in the between the fingers, good job, Lara. Don't forget, but before going back down, you need to raise the arm back up, which of course is just a simple matter of pulling the crate back away. There we go. So, wait, what? The crate is not interacting with that at the moment. Down you go. There we go. Right, so that will move the arm back up. And you'll see when it gets to the top, we'll get another little cutscene showing a miraculous beam of light being created through that tree somehow. I love the camera angle there, it's like slightly crooked, really cool. Right, so yeah, you do that, and now the most puzzling part of the puzzle begins, which isn't that difficult, don't worry about it. What we got to do is have these fans, these ladies, these wonderful ladies with the fans, interact with the light somehow. But you have to get them oriented right. Like, you might just think, oh, just move the statues in the right place. It doesn't quite work like that. You have to have them actually shining the fan the right way. So, for example, this one here, what you got to do is take advantage of this little thing in the middle. So if you push it through like so, and now shift it round, you see now it will move in like that, and then you want to stop it like that, which is cool. And the same has to be done for this woman here. Basically, both of them have to move through the middle at some point. I have a feeling this is the kind of puzzle that could get far harder if you weren't careful about it. But if you are, it can be pretty simple. There's lots of different like routes or whatever to figure it out, but just make sure they don't obstruct one another and you should be fine. Or do exactly what I did. Just copy me, that's fine. I'm making this very much into like a video guide, aren't I? Even though I'm sure a lot of you aren't actually playing it. Anyway, there we go. You move the arms down. I love the look of that. It's like the servant of Shiva is like pushing into the floor. It's really cool. I wonder how that all ties into like their actual beliefs. But you get the lovely music. And yeah, it's connected. So down we go. You get one of these funny moments, actually, when you get down. You run through and all of a sudden it's outside again. I always can't help but smile when that happens, because it's like, oh, okay, so we just did all of that when really we could have just, you know, got a helicopter and come in, yeah. But I think, you know, you can say that for most games. It's probably more enjoyable to just ignore that and just, you know, appreciate this again. Got some more pots here. Probably been counter secrets and pots littered all over the place. How many do you think we've got at this point? 11 out of 30. So as you can see, we don't have the relic. Obviously, we'll get there in a minute. But yeah, field assistance.
This floor looks like it would break with enough force. I need to grapple that Naga statue and topple it to smash through the...
I find it funny they put the little hints and stuff in this game for even stuff like this, which is really simple. Yeah, I get the feeling that the developers didn't quite know how they wanted us to enter the Underworld, or whatever you want to call it. They didn't know whether they just wanted that big stairway to lead down into it and it would be this grand entrance, or they wanted this to happen and this to be the entrance. So in the end they just did both. But you want to grapple that, and in a reckless display, just like Lara always does, we are going to pull it down, destroy it. Very cool. The Ancient World journal entry unlocked. Really cool. Loads of little spiders come out. I really like that touch. I think that's really cool what they do with the spiders coming out there. Get a journal entry. Let's have a little read-a-rooney. We already did Bhagavati, didn't we? So, the Naga. Naga are the snake-like people of Patala who, among other things, were keepers of Amrita, an elixir that bestowed eternal life. The primeval reptiles around this ruin possibly inspired the myth of the Naga, or just as likely contributed to existing Hindu tradition due to their unusual appearance. Yeah, which is an interesting thought, because it's like, these are these weird creature things, and they've just somehow survived here. And just like the Kraken, we've decided to run in and kill them all, which was absolutely lovely. Anyway, so we get this huge hole here, and a bit funny this. How the hell are we supposed to get down? You can dive down, and you'll be perfectly fine. No, you won't. You won't be perfectly fine. I did that on purpose to die, trust me. You won't die, you can't dive down. My first impression was that something like that would be quite cool, though, because it's like called the Underworld, so it's like, oh, yeah, that would be brilliant. Wait, did the game just crash on this loading screen? I think the game just crashed, guys. Tomb Raider Underworld is not a buggy game. Crystal Dynamics had lots of time to develop it, and they were most certainly not rushed in terms of time or budget. It is a perfect game. This is the reason why this generation didn't do very well. Who's their publisher? Who's their publisher? Who forced this crap? Alright, I guess I'm going to have to stop recording, redo everything, and see you again at the entrance. So I'll see you guys in a sec. This is kind of annoying. Yeah, see you in a bit. We're going to enter the Underworld.